Hey YouTube family, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is FiloPixie. Today I'll be showing you how to make your very own Minnie Mouse in Perler beads. Now this was a very highly requested video by some of you guys ever since I made Mickey Mouse in Perler beads last year, and I finally got around to it. It is now 2016 and I'm sorry that it's late, but it's here. Just before we get started, if you can see there on Minnie's bow, I've made a couple of mistakes if you look closely there. So just use this video as a guide to make your own, otherwise everything else seems to be okay. Alrighty then, let's get started. So here are all the pieces for Minnie's dress. So zoom in closer and take a closer look and copy the template. You can also pause the video and you can slow down the video too. There's a feature on the YouTube video thing here. So before anything else, I tend to put like this tissue paper on top of my desk because it protects my desk from getting glue on it. You'll need some sort of adhesive. I'm using E6000 and I'm using this wood thing to spread it. And you start off with these two pieces. So this is like the arm and the bottom of the dress. So what I'm going to do with the glue is I put some on the wood chip because I'm finding that if I do it straight from the glue, it over glues, like too much glue comes out. So what I do is I spread it all over and I put the piece on. So yeah, just make sure it's aligned properly, and kind of looks like that. So stack these two pieces on top of each other using the same sort of method. If you use the E6000, you can also use hot glue as well. And what you end up with is this. If you've got these clamps, use them. They are very handy, so you can use them to clamp your things together while they're drying. So these are like the glove pieces, so you'll need this black bead and two white beads on the bottom, and you need two of them, and they go on top of the last piece that we were working on. And after that, this is Minnie's shoulder, and you put a bit of glue on top of that as well, on the bottom of it, and place it on top, so you can see how Minnie's body is being made there, and use your clamps if you have them. So here are all the pieces that you'll need for the next layer. So these two pieces, I'm just going through them two by two, but of course you can pause the video as well. So this is Minnie's neck and bottom of her head. I was going to say neck and shoulders, but that's not right. So you line them up, just make sure that the three beads are lined up correctly there, and these two pieces go together. So the wood chip thing really helps out just to spread the glue evenly around the pieces. And with this mouthpiece, the red pieces go underneath there. With these two parts, make sure the one with the 4 beads on the side, 1, 2, 3, 4 there, make sure that bit goes on top. So it should end up looking something like that. Once you're gluing all them together, you just glue those pieces stacked up onto each other. If I'm going too fast at any point in the video, feel free to pause it or even put it in like slow motion, because there's an option to slow down the speed of the video too. And all those pieces together should make the bottom half of Minnie's mouth. And the clamp just fit on this piece. So here are all the pieces for Minnie's head and her ears parts. You can also use hot glue or super glue. I think I've mentioned that earlier. Just any sort of adhesive that you are familiar with or have used. I'm just using E6000 right now because I find that it's a stronger glue and I prefer it. Grab this last piece. This piece concludes Minnie's eyes, so it just goes on top there, and you should end up with something that looks like this. And these two pieces start off the ears that go on top, like so. make sure that the pieces are aligned with the eyebrows there. And the top of the head is finished, so it should look something like this, particularly the ears. Make sure they are glued together. So this is where I mucked up. These are the bow pieces. I honestly can't tell you where I mucked up, because to me it looked right when I did it, but when I started gluing them together they kind of looked a little bit off. So pretty much with these pieces you just stack them on top of each other. Just watched a video of where I placed them. So you got the two pieces there, and I think those pieces were okay, but just use the video, just follow the video. Makes much more sense in my commentary. And so these pieces make the tips of the bow, or the rest of the bow, and I honestly can't tell you where else I made a mistake here, because like I said, everything looked all correct to me until I glued them and then I realized. So just follow the video as usual, do your best with gluing, and also take your time with gluing, because sometimes if you rush it too much, sometimes the glue won't stay and your piece could break. So the tops of the bows goes on top of the rest of the bow, if that makes sense. And it's done. So these is Mickey's feet and legs, or shoe and leg. So you need these two 2x2 pieces, you need 4 of them. Her shoes go on like so, they're really cool, they're like heels. And make 2 of these to make a shoe, and you glue the legs on top. All done, pretty simple. So now you are ready to assemble. You should have Minnie's dress, the bottom of her head, the top of her head, her ears and her bow, and her legs. So glue the head pieces together to make something that looks like this. Glue her body onto her head and her bow onto the top of her head there. And I almost forgot, you need to make her nose and her tail. So glue them like so in the video. And her tail goes to the back, of course. And now you should end up with something like this. So now Mickey has a partner, Minnie Mouse, and they look really good on my shelf. Of course, if you haven't seen Mickey Mouse or how to make one, I will leave a link below in the description. And I make a lot of other 3D Perler bead stuff and Perler bead hints, and I love games, so if you're new here, please check those out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!